All right, Shalom. There's the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And it reads, "And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever." All right, this is also Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 24. "But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people." All right, and while I was on break through the spirit, I was just meditating on a conversation that brothers were having over the weekend, of ultimately how the world itself needs guardrails. It needs proper rulership. Certain things should not even be an option in the society that we live in. A low-level example is cigarettes. Having an industry that capitalizes off people destroying themselves, all right, should not be so. You think about restaurant menus and how pork is readily accessible as a means of food, and it's not food. Those are things that seem small to the average person, but it's important. This is why the scriptures talk about the righteous being in authority and the people rejoicing. People are not rejoicing in this society because it's not ruled in righteousness. All right, the rulers of this world are not wise rulers. They're the complete opposite. Their God is their belly. All right, and that's why ultimately through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord is going to set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. All right, and that wise king in Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th and 24th verse, that wise king is Yahweh Shai. And this is the only way the world gets turned right side up, because right now the world is upside down. You think about certain things that are just normal in this society, from the diet to what people consume. You shouldn't have a website where you're just watching other people have sex. You shouldn't have, it's certain things that just shouldn't be allowed for a society or the earth to be run in righteousness. It's a reason people are heavily sedated in this society. It's a reason that people jump to video games to find some kind of distraction from reality. The Lord made the earth to be inhabited. The Lord made the earth to be enjoyed. All right? It's not, we weren't created to sit in a cubicle forever, man. To sit in a cubicle for 30, 40 years, get a retirement watch and a 401k, and then try to live your best life with the last 4 to 10 years of your life. That don't make sense, man. All right. But Esau, because his God is his belly, he's created a system where he exploits all of the inhabitants of the earth. All right. That's not equity. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 45. I'm going to jump down to 18, but I'm going to read this in the NLT. It says, "For the Lord is God, and he created the heavens and the earth and put everything in place. He made the world to be lived in, not to be a place of empty chaos. I am the Lord," he says, "and there is no other." So the Lord didn't make the beautiful things that we see in the earth that we exist on just for you to have to work a job and struggle to get fiat currency, to barely see your children, to barely enjoy your children, to always watch out for somebody trying to scam you or scheme you because there is no consequence to it. Going through a court system that doesn't deal with equity and justice, but exploitation. Because if you got enough money, you can buy your way out of things even though you're guilty. These are things that should not be so. And that's why it always takes me back to the statement that the elder in Hawaii, Elder Gabar, brought out, that this is an open classroom for the elect, because ultimately, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. The elect are learning that this is not the way the earth should be ran. And there's a reason why people are so unhappy. It goes back to the rulership, because they have the power to change these things. All right, there's Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 4. "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable." Esau is not profitable to the planet. He's not even profitable to his own people. Because at this point, only a few Edomites actually get to enjoy the rulership that they have on the earth. At this point, Esau is so selfish and greedy, he's added his people to the food chain. He's not profitable for the earth, man. And this is why he has to be taken out of the way, and a righteous ruler has to govern, one that is profitable, which is Yahweh Shai. You think about the kingdom, brothers in the kingdom are not going to be coveting the land of Moab, all right? Coveting Moab's resources. Moab come to you for help, and instead of helping them, you act like you're going to help them, and you just exploit them. Because that's what Esau's doing. Anytime these nations ask for help, Esau will give them some form of help, but on the back end, they exploit them. This is why the Lord's going to set up a government that shall not be destroyed, and that government is going to rule in equity under Yahweh Shai. A rich man should not be able to get away with committing adultery just because he got the money to do so. Or a rich man can commit a crime and not be held accountable for his actions because he lives in a system where he can pay the right judge and get off on a loophole. That's not equity. That's not a place. That's not a place where you have good people, man. This is why scriptures say, let's get it. I paraphrased it, but let's get it. The heathens are going to be way better off in the kingdom. After that 1,000 years of captivity, all right, they're going to go into their land. But even in the midst of that 1,000 years of captivity, they're going to see it. They're going to start to see the vision. As we take up these dirty ass pipes, all right, and start to instill water filtration systems with silver and copper and certain gold and certain things that will enhance the water and not destroy people by putting fluoride in it. Because the heathens are going to have to be hands on with that. And in the midst of that, they're gonna open up. They're gonna see it. They're gonna understand. That's why, again, it's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And right now, the people are in mourning, man. All right, this is why people wake up and sedate themselves, whether they take uppers or downers, all right, or they go home and they play a video game or binge watch a Netflix show to escape from their own reality. That's a state of mourning. All right. When you read this in the NLT, it says, "When the godly are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in power, they groan." Now, when you get rejoice in Proverbs 29:2, it says samach. All right, or samah. All right, samah, and it says to rejoice, be glad. It says to cause to rejoice, glad and make glad. How many genuinely happy people do you know? You could probably count on one hand. And it shouldn't be like that. And it's because everybody is scrambling to make ends meet. And it shouldn't be like that. And this is a perfect example. This is why the world is witnessing. And it's going to be hard to keep Esau alive in captivity because the other nations are going to be wanting to beat him up because they're going to realize the kind of rulership, the kind of authority they were under. When they sit and look back at how the earth is being ran, because in the kingdom, they're going to get to see a difference. They're going to be able to compare it. Right now, the whole world believes this is as good as it gets. In the kingdom, they're going to see the other side of the coin. And they're going to understand and they're going to rejoice in that. Think about it. They're going to grow up in a system where they know the Heavenly Father exists. They're not going to be taught a Big Bang Theory. They're going to grow up understanding what death is, what happens after death. They're gonna grow up in a society where this is considered food and this is not food. They're going to be a lot healthier because of that. They're going to have a better peace of mind because of that. And this is why we need Yahweh Shai. We need the kingdom. The kingdom isn't an optional thing. The earth needs the kingdom, man. All right, let's go here. Let's go to Romans 8. And I'm going to jump down. And even when you think about rulership, the heathens are going to be happy that brothers are in rulership, that they get the work under brothers because they're going to learn so much just from having to serve brothers. They're going to learn so much. It ain't like in this society where you work a job and you don't really learn nothing. You just doing it to survive. In the kingdom, it's going to be continual employment and they're going to learn from it. They're going to appreciate it. because they're going to actually be able to enjoy their families after that 1,000 years. They're going to be able to enjoy their kids. They're not going to have to worry. The scripture said they're not going to learn war anymore. No more locked doors. Real life. It ain't no reason. Wickedness is going to be punished so harshly that it's not even going to be worth it. And through that, you're going to have a society that can actually prosper, man. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Aquas who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.